My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 11, 2023. It is exactly 6 a.m. This just popped out, my video for the day. Nobody have seen it. Let's see here. Let me refresh it. Yeah, nobody have seen it. So it took me at least 4 hours to finish edit the video that I recorded yesterday. I did 2 hours long recording, and I edit the first hour and I cut it into two. The second part, I started editing it during the day, then I left a small portion for me to do. And then I procrastinate, then want to come and record and edit. And I started the editing like around maybe, I think 3 o'clock or something. And I just finished. So I said, let me record something. And it took me a while to search for some tweets for you. And I create a list. I think I have about 19 tweets to share with you. Some of them I wasn't planning on sharing with you because I wasn't really too interested in it. But as I go through the list on Twitter, and I realized that's what the squads were talking about. So I went back to some of them, the one that I skipped, and put them on the list for me to share with you. So I try. I think I arrange it in a way where it's somewhat in an order. Okay, so let's start with this, and I'm not gonna go over all of the comments like I normally do, and I have a feeling I went over this already, but the squad were talking about it. Okay, King Charles has conferred the Duke of Edinburgh title left behind by Prince Philip to Prince Edward, who turned 59 today. Edward's son, Viscount Severn, will take on his father's Earl of Wessex title. The palace website line of succession page has already been updated. Okay, so there's this. Please don't tell me you freeze. What happened? Okay, so there it is here. March 10th, that was yesterday. His Majesty the King confers the Dukedom of Edinburgh upon the Prince Edward. His Majesty the King has been pleased to confer the Dukedom of Edinburgh upon the Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex and Forfar, on occasion of His Royal Highness' 59th birthday. The title will be held by Prince Edward for His Royal Highness' lifetime. The dukedom was last created for Prince Philip in 1947 upon his marriage to Princess Elizabeth, who held the title of Duchess of Edinburgh before ascending to the throne in 1952. The new Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are proud to continue Prince Philip's legacy of promoting opportunities for young people of all backgrounds to reach their full potential. Okay, so this is the list. We have the previous list is somewhere on another video where they say what is it, you have the sovereign and you have Prince William and his kids, and then you have Harry, and then what is it, Archie, and then Lilibet. So now it continues here. Princess Eugenie, Mrs. Jack Brooksbank, Master August Brooksbank. Okay, so that's their son. The Duke of Edinburgh, the Earl of Wessex, the Lady Louise Mountbatten Windsor, the Princess Royal. Okay, so that's the what do you call this? The line of succession. So this is my comment. I'm just gonna read what's there and then move on. He or the British media, British press, had to dangle it on his face. I hope Prince Edward is happy. I like Prince Edward. His wife though, there's that. For his lifetime, there's a question mark. So it revert to the crown when William dies. Let's see here. Okay, so this, someone sort of mentioned it earlier on another tweet. I don't know if it's in this video, but could be previous video, where they were saying that that he has to stay alive for his wife to be called Duchess of Edinburgh or something like that. All right, so let's go into that, and then after that I'll move on. For his lifetime, so it reverts to the crown when Williams die. Okay, is it William, or how do you call this, or Edward? Correct. It returns to the crown when Edward passes rather than goes to his son. Okay, oops, I meant Edward. And OMG, you reply to my tweet. Thank you. Correct, William. Okay, so he corrected Edward. When Edward died, it goes back to the crown. Okay, so that's it. Let's move on to the next one. There's a noise in the background. That's my heater. I try to keep it quiet, but I can't. Okay, Royal Weirdos, Duke, what the F. Prince Andrew is left furious after finding out the king might ban him from wearing lavish velvet Knight of the Garter robes at Charles' coronation. My goodness, I think I respond to it. Yep, dress up is part of the game. Yeah, that's all they like to do. They love to dress up. So all of them supposed to be wearing these things when William is gonna wear it too when his father is being coronated. Alright, they have no other achievements other than medals and titles they give to themselves. There's the laugh. I'm sure Ghislaine had a garter belt she wore some nights during their debauchery. He can borrow that instead and wear it underneath. Charles won't know. Okay, priorities. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Like I said, these I didn't really want to share them with you, but the squad were talking about them. Okay, so there's this here. I think this is the one that says about Fort Fiesta. Once Edward died, the thing goes back to the crown. Okay, chill. Imagine being given a title you can keep or pass it on to your kids after your hubby dies. Sophia is cooked. Her title is dependent on her hubby breathing. Yikes, there's the looking eye. Okay, let's see here. I think I responded to it. There's me here. OMG, the perspective of the squad. Well, it's true though. Alright, I'm gonna go into this and then go back out to come and read some of these. There's this. Wait a minute, what title will she have in that event? Her son is now Earl of Wessex and will inherit his father's other titles, excluding Duke of Edinburgh, so Fiesta can have the same title as her son's wife. If he passes before her, she will be the Dowager Duchess. The Wessex title is a earldom, the lowest level of high nobility. So there will be no duchy title for Edward's son. Charles delivered an insult to Edward, the son of a former monarch, by making him a conditional duke. Okay, I don't know anything about all of this. My goodness. Will she be known as the Dowager Duchess of Edinburgh when Eddie dies? Okay, nope. She'll lose the title to someone else, just like the Queen lost it to Camilla. Because she moved up. She became the Queen. Okay, when Charles became technically the Duke of Edinburgh, Chucks only chose to bestow it on Eddie as a requested gift by his dad. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm reading some of the things that was on the main page. Elizabeth II was Queen of the United Kingdom from her accession in 1952 to her death in 2022. Her husband, Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark, was created Duke of Edinburgh just before their wedding on 20 November 1947. From their marriage until her accession as Queen, Elizabeth was styled Her Royal Highness the Princess Elizabeth, Duchess of Edinburgh. Upon the death of Prince Philip on 9th April 2021, Prince Charles acceded to the dukedom. Thus, his wife Camilla became Duchess of Edinburgh. Upon the death of Elizabeth II, Camilla became Queen Consort, and her husband's title merged in the crown. Too much. And he don't like too well to me. Okay, I'm just saying, zero sympathy for Sophiesta. Will and Kate look like doppelganger of these two. We know Charles' favorite is Andrew. Well, maybe because Andrew has a lot of dirt on him. Cole Sophiesta is cooked like a cold turkey. Okay, she'll always have Sophiesta. Alright, after this, that's it. Okay, title aren't inheritance or chocolate. chocolates to distribute. Their son is now Earl of Wessex. Sophie is married to a royal and she will be Duchess of Edinburgh even if her God forbid husband dies. Nah, what is it? I just read it, so who knows? Darling, you don't know the British peerage system. The title of Duke of Edinburgh is only inheritance after death. It passes to the next Duke's wife. Her Majesty the Queen lost the title to Camilla after Philip died, so even while alive, Her Majesty the Queen was no longer the Duke of Edinburgh. Same goes for Sophie, she'll lose it too. Alright, so I read this already. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so if you want to read more about this, search this thing up. Next one, that's regarding Edward. All right, so there's Henry VIII. I'm actually on Charles' side on this one. It makes no sense to give the Edinburgh title to the Wessexes, but when did she write this? March 10th, so that was yesterday. Okay, but she should probably find some other ways to reward his brother's beard of 30 plus years. Okay, there's me here. Another example to never trust any agreement with the Brits. KFC3 agreed to give it to Edward when Queen Elizabeth II was alive. 3 in a marriage agreed to be queen consort. Once Queen Elizabeth died, everything out the window. We saw what happened to Brexit. So trust an agreement with Brits, don't hold your breath. Okay, mine will be changed. What's the reason? It makes no sense. Okay, these people aren't consistent. That's the thing here. These people aren't consistent. Betty was an awful leader. Why not give him his own dukedom in the first place? Also, why buy Anne a house, but the younger two have to rent? Oh, I don't know. Maybe, well, Anne is pretty loyal. So maybe that could be it. Because Anne just do as they say. You know how they treat the women over there. So Anne had no choice. Okay, Meghan was right. Oh. This went over it. Meghan was right. Betty was the most shining example of female leadership. Example on how to get it wrong. Alright, why are the people calling Sophie Edward's beard? Is he gay? Let's see that one. She said so herself, and that infamous thing where she dragged the royals before he married. He was generally referred to as not the married kind. Wow. I've heard some stories, but I don't know if it's true. There have been rumors for decades, that's the thing here, which he's addressed in at least one interview, but who knows. He's the mild-mannered, artsy, Piscian baby of the family. We get picked on all the time, lol. Look at her constipation face. She is a beard. He has that gay jovial way about him in more than one sense. Oh my god. Alright, let me leave that alone. This is why I didn't really want to share it with you, but this is what the squad were talking about. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. It's still about Edward. Okay, I have 2 more. This one and another one about Edward. Okay, I've always liked Edward, and Charles did a nasty thing to his brother, denying him the Edinburgh title for 7 months. Concubine was running the show, letting him betray the Queen's wishes. Anyway, clap if you want Eddie to run off into the California sunset with a gay beard type. So she retweeted that. BBC News, King Charles grant Prince Edward Duke of Edinburgh title. There's that. Okay, there's me here. Sam, I like Edward, but his wife though, I don't hate his wife, but she's not on the same level as Edward for me. Alright, because the way she treated Meghan, I talk about it on my other video, where these women marry into the royal family. Their behavior toward Meghan as if they were blood royals. Okay, he's probably the least problematic of Queen Elizabeth II's children. I bet Sophie said, Charles, don't make us write a book, damn it. There's that. The laugh, clap. Same here. He has meant well and fell. Okay, woman, there's a laugh. Gay beard. There's this. I've always liked Lady Louise. Such a shame how Uncle Charles treated her by giving her no title. I don't think the press will leave her alone once she's out of college. Is she in college? Huh, I didn't know that. Once she's out of college, even without the princess title, hopefully, but not likely. There's the clap. My friend is back. Okay, I can see this one. Okay, this is my last tweet regarding Edward. Let's see. Damn, that noise come back again. I'm sorry about it. I can't control it. Okay, watch how it plays out. The UK and the British press have a brand new Duchess they're hyping up as the monarchy's secret weapon. they'll go back to the stalking and obsessing over the unbothered California Duchess in 2-3 business days. I disagree. The UK will change back to their favorite obsession in 2-3 business hours. Oh, accurate. Let's see what the other 3 comments are. Accurate. You beat me to the punch. They cannot go several days. Okay, truth. To talk about Meghan, that's what they're talking about. Her entire wardrobe will change to Meghan's another. Sussex situation room will open at Edinburgh office. Don't forget, she likes stealing Meghan's project ideas. She's so mediocre, she can't copy well, lol. Even copying, they can't even do it well. Alright, remember when the blend had new titles, that was going to change everything after the funeral. Someone even had her hair done and was it a thing? I feel they were more popular with their old Duke Duchess title because people refuse to acknowledge them with the new ones. Okay, not days, darling, minutes. The squad are changing it. It's not in days, it's in minutes. There's absolutely nothing they can do to or for Sophiesta to make her more appealing. She will never ever be interesting, just like Clomilla. And no title or tiara can ever change that, ever. Not even that long. The squad was saying. They're on the same page. Don't even give them a day. They give them seconds. Sophie's about as charismatic and warm as a frozen lump of dough. What? Secret weapon? It's like trying to weaponize a feather. Weaponize a feather. I'm still stuck on how can there be that secret weapon when the UK and the British press didn't even cover their recent Caribbean tour. Yeah, I didn't even talk about it. I saw it, I brushed it off, if that. Okay, I'm over the obsession with Scandal. So for me, the only acknowledgement is this tweet. All right, next tweet. Now I'm into Kate. I think I only have one with Kate. Okay, so there's this here. PR 101. After committing a cultural faux pas, change the narrative to cast yourself as the victim. Better yet, have a member of the offended community exonerate you publicly and turn scandal into a strength. Or better yet, sympathy. Okay, that's about the, what is it? In one of my videos yesterday, I have 2 videos yesterday. They went to that Islamic place. William shake the imam, I think they call them imam, hand, and then there it is. Is that the video? No, that's image of it. Okay, that was right after William shake his hand, and then she reached her hand out, and the guy just did what you see here. And look at them looking at the. You see him looking at her hand. And there's him laughing. Wow. Okay, let's look at the first one. Okay, Princess Kate took no offense and greeting mixed up at London Mosque. I mean, what else can she do? It's already happened. They could say as much as they want. We saw what we saw. Okay, our eyes is not gonna deceive us. Princess Kate Middleton recovers from awkward moment with Muslim community leader flawlessly. Okay, whatever. There's me here. Camera doesn't lie. They can spend it all they want. I trust my eyes. Okay, they will go and find that poor man and make him give a statement how lovely she was, blah blah blah. All right, let's go to the next tweet. There's no more comment. Next tweet, and now we are about Meghan. There's this here. I never watched Suit, but I did read the TIG. I also saw Meghan on Good Morning America. I started following her after that. I was always a fan of Diana and Fergie. Love watching their children. So don't be messing with Harry and Meghan and their family. They are happy. Much love. Alright, so there's that. That's when they went to that, what's the name of that charity for women who's expecting? There's Harry. Oh, this is the guy who's closing the door for him. Okay, there's this. Same reaction almost. So cute. I have tweets regarding Lilibet after I finish with Meghan. There's Archie. It's probably full of energy. Tell his mom he got a dirty foot. Alright, so there's a retweet of this. Prince Harry's wife. Quote for, okay, that's Harry. That's Harry talking about his wife. Is that music? Yeah, there's music, so I'm gonna be fly. For 32 years, I've watched the conveyor belt of faces pass by, and only a handful ever made me look twice. This woman stopped the conveyor belt. This woman smashed the conveyor belt to bits. I'd never seen anyone so beautiful. Spare Harry and Meghan. Okay. There's this. I followed Meghan Markle for 7 years before she met Harry. Also Diana until her death. I was 20. Then stopped following monarchy until Meghan Markle brought me back to the monarchy again. My Queen Meg had taught me so much about royal family and institution. Spare by Prince Harry. Help added cherry on top of cake. Alright, so that's that. Let's move on to the next tweet. It's Meghan again. Alright, I'm 21 minutes. Let's see if I could squeeze everything within an hour. Alright, Royalists shake with anger every time Harry and Meghan are seen in public since the press sold them the lie that they wanted to privacy. They wanted to privacy, and that privacy means disappearing. In 2020, Harry and Meghan said they will continue their public work away from the royal water system. Get over it. Yeah, that was the tweet. Oh, people retweeted out. Let's see if if some of them are text retweet. Okay, I am love. Okay, so that's so there's no text retweet. These are from their bio, I think. All right, so that's it with that. Let's go to the next tweet. That's when I was searching and I couldn't find anything, and then I went back to the Edward tweet. Okay, there's Henry VIII. Queen Elizabeth wasn't even called before the royal family updated their website with new titles. They could have saved Harry and Meghan from a lot of conspiracy theorists by updating Archie's and Lilibet, but chose not to. Alright, they are hypocrites. As usual, it's their silence that is their betrayal. They always have the opportunity to do the right thing, they just don't. The thing is that because they were in so much shit, because they like to hold on to things when they do something stupid, and they could use something else to cover up the other thing. So this is the only reason why they didn't do it where and fun. They let the tabloids, write nonsense to feed the derangers lies and all sort of things, and then when push comes to shove, they have to follow the rules. Right? And one of the videos yesterday where I was talking about where the squad don't really care if Harry kids have titles or not. It's just because it's the law. Just be fair all across the board. Okay, as usual, they sign. Okay, I read this. Okay, that's why I'm celebrating nothing, because 1, their birthright shouldn't be conditional. 2, feels like the British royal family acknowledgement of our prince and princess in Montecito is conditional to Prince Harry attending the coronation. It's all so transactional and so wrong. They didn't choose their DNA. That's for sure. Okay, to be honest, Harry knew how it works in the royal family with titles. He could have told Meghan Markle that if my dad became king, our kids will be automatically prince and princess. The only question is, now will the king be granting them kids the HRH title? But the thing is that I think Harry and Meghan knew. Okay, Meghan knew. It's just that once Meghan, either when she was pregnant or after she had Archie, they started talking about removing the title. This is the thing. That's what I got. I could be wrong. Okay, this is what I got. Once she got pregnant or she had Archie already, they start flirting these things around that they're gonna remove the title for the kids. All right, and then Meghan say, I don't care what you do, but keep my husband safe and all of that. Let me read what's there, and then I'll go into that. Okay, let's put these on the. All right, this is the one I'm gonna go into. Okay, like Meghan said, it's not so much that she and Harry were thrown to the wolves. They are constantly being fed to the wolves. Everything that family has done and continue to do serve a purpose. While everyone is busy looking at Harry's family, that only means that their eyes are not on the Queen, Prince of, is that PW? PW, I don't know. Prince William, that's it. Okay, thank you. Absolutely right, and the money. Instead, King Charles III leaked, quote, I will think about how their parents act and then decided if they are entitled or not, but Willie's kids get them right away. Yeah, they were busy going through her jewelry. That is true. I hope they make Camilla and every member of the British press clan turn out their pocket regularly, or quite a few pieces are going to start disappearing. I just love how they call this bluff. I think they played this masterfully. They let everyone see him for who he is, for who they all are. I know several people who love the royal family and were unsettled and shocked at all of this playing out. All right, so let's go into that. It's just that they revealed themselves. Harry knew. They stay quiet. It's when things get out of hand and he had to put a statement. All right, so this is the one that I say I was gonna go. To be honest, Harry knew how it works in the royal family with title. He could have told Meghan. Okay, so that was the tweet. I read it already. They can already use HRH. They don't need him to authorize it. Okay, it's just, I think, for business purposes or something. But they are still HRH or something. They thought, this is the nonsense that they have in their head. They thought those titles will either open doors or close doors for them, but they don't know in the US your hard work is what matter. Okay, he did. If you have listened to them, you will know the royal family was talking about changing that convention for Archie once Charles become king. That's what I thought. Okay, they are already HRH. They can remove it. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. That's still about Meghan. There's a lot more comment, but I'm skipping some. Okay, there's Henry VIII again. I love how when the UK press have had to highlight that the Sussexes don't show up empty-handed. They give their money, a lot of it. Okay, so that was like 2 days ago. Okay, because no matter what straws they are grasping at, you cannot deny Harry and Meghan never showing up empty-handed. Okay, absolutely correct. There's this 100%. Did they acknowledge it? Would like to see that. Okay, there's one comment on that. Let's see here. Me too. Okay, I don't know who acknowledged it, the press or Harry and Meghan. I don't know. Harry and Meghan, they just do what they need to do. Okay, they're not worrying about the tabloid or whatever. Because if they were to listen to what the tabloid was saying, they'll be locked in their house, don't come out at all. Okay, they come out when they need to, and they do their work in the background. And Meghan have said it. She doesn't mind being in the background to maximize her potential.
And I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
But these people didn't listen to her. She doesn't need to be in the news all the time to do anything. There's phone calls that needs to be made. You know, serious people wants to talk to her to make sure they understand project and all of this. I mean, I'm just throwing things out. This is what makes, you know, when all the project is finished, is done, people are so amazed. Look at her project get awarded. Her podcast, what else? There was something else that got awarded for things that they do. Okay, so they don't need all this noise to be on the tableau all the time. And like I said, spotlight bring imperfection as well. If you're on the spotlight all the time, not only they're gonna see the good, they will see the bad as well. So Meghan doesn't need to be on the spotlight all the time. Okay, her most strength is in the background, and then at the end, when everything is said and done, she come out and present it, and then there's the award. All right, you know, awarded for her hard work. That's what I mean by award. This is the next tweet. How dare Meghan spend $20 on a wok early salad when she can't get fresh fruit here in the UK? We don't care that she paid for it with her own money. She should be more frugal, especially since we have to pay £100 million to her father-in-law. She's disrespectful. His Majesty the King must remove the title. She's just making fun of the tabloid that's probably putting headlines about it. Okay, my favorite. Let's see this one. Okay, seriously, what does she need to go out for? What the F? Are you kidding me? What does she need to go? So if we step outside, we see somebody outside, we're gonna ask them, why do you have to go out? Are these people for real? Seriously, what does she need to go out for? She has a kitchen, at least one dining table, and a garden bigger than my town center. What the hell? I used to eat out literally because I had nowhere to cook and nothing to cook on. Okay, What's this? JFC. Women can only go out to eat if they don't have a kitchen now. Oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, they really are deranged. Imagine if it was taxpayers funded. Dear Lord Jesus, it's hard on the looks to be so hateful. Most of these people looks were lost as teenagers because their hearts are so evil. Yeah, okay, I want a woke salad now. Okay, Crying Baby is a masterclass in presenting the situation of the British press. And some coffee shop for brunch, a simple burrata, bread, and coffee could set you back just shy of £20 in a coastal town. Dread to think what it will be in London. Okay, I love it. What was it the other day? Yesterday, actually. My husband was making fun of me. What is it? I had some grilled chicken. I grilled earlier the day before, and some ham. Oh, now I'm loving the ham because I don't know if some of you listen to all of my podcasts, you'll know during Thanksgiving, when we went shopping, I shared that with you. I think I did. Because we shopped at that supermarket a lot. So they reward us with a free either a turkey or a ham. And my eyes was pointing at the ham. And when they said I could take one, and I went straight and get the ham. And that was the first time I tasted ham. I've gone to a lot of Thanksgiving dinners. I never tasted. But for some reason, that specific day when I went shopping, I was in the mood for the ham. And then, long and behold, when we were at the cash register, because we spent a lot of money in that store, it was gifted to us. We had a choice, either a turkey or a ham. So I went to get the ham. Ever since then, I've been loving it. And I had some ham left over in the freezer, and I defrosted it and cooked it, and I cut them into cubes, and with the chicken breast, and I cut some cabbage. I love cabbage. Sometimes I stir fry it. I think on this channel you will see when it was just the backup and my main channel was PYTE, I'll put random stuff just to keep this channel running. Okay, so I stir fry cabbage. But yesterday I didn't stir fry it. I ate it raw. But I cut it very thinly. Actually, now that I'm talking about it, I'm thinking of having the same thing because I still have some in the refrigerator. Okay. I cut the cabbage very thinly and add some lime juice and some sriracha, and that was my lunch. Okay. And then last night I was really hungry, but the kind of food that I was hungry for was oatmeal. And I had that oatmeal for a while. I didn't think it would taste good because I forgot how long I had it. But I was hungry for something that would keep me full, and the oatmeal was the one. And I need to be start going back to the gym. I keep on pushing it up. Okay, off topic. That was my salad yesterday. Okay, ham, chicken breast, and cabbage. That was the salad for me. Okay, Crybaby, I'm loving those tears. LOL. These are my favorite tweets. Okay, no, it's a pic of your mama. Oh my God, I can't see that one. Okay, there's the laugh. Okay, I absolutely love this GIF. It's so a purpose for the way the haters react to Harry and Meghan's success. The jealousy, they talk about the most random thing. There's the laugh, there's this. After this, let's move on. Must be nice if they can pay less for a salad from a health-conscious restaurant, because even here in Florida, it costs $16 to $23 on a full-size portion salad. There's the laugh. Love it, love it. I mean, people work hard for it. Harry and Meghan work hard for their money. Sometimes you have to reward yourself. There are times when I was working full-time, I'm in the mood for something. Guess what? Even though it costs a lot, once in a while, it's okay to treat yourself. My goodness. But there's Harry and Meghan who was over there to help them, get them on their feet. But because they're so hateful, they sided with the tabloid to push Harry and Meghan out.
Hands-on, and also...
Why? I mean, why do you have to be? You could have done it the same way. You could have had 200 charities and been a patron of them. I mean... No one would have thought any different.
No, but if you end up working individually for, let's say, 200 charities, in today's world, I think that kind of dilutes the impact that you can have what our foundation is all about and what our platform is all about is encouraging people to come together, to work together, so that there's less competition within that sector, whether it's financially or otherwise, and saying, right, guys, you're doing the same thing. Please, let's get around a table, talk to each other, work it out, and come up with a long-term strategy.
But doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, you know, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why another charity? Our foundation is not another charity. We're not trying to take up any more space. I think we all agree that the charity sector is quite full at the moment. But as I said, what we're trying to do is use our platform to be able to bring people together to affect change.
So why haven't other people done this?
Because I genuinely believe that we as a foundation will never be able to compete with some of the other big foundations financially, as weird as that may sound, but that's fact. What we do have is a unique ability to be able to put our name and everything that comes with to a really good purpose, to a really good cause.
All right, so now we are about Lilibet. Okay, Princess Diana's sisters, Lady Jane and Lady Sarah, were reportedly among the guests at Princess Lili's christening. Okay, so these two. Okay, there's the aunt. Okay, despite the absence of Lilibet's aunt, uncle, cousins, and paternal grandparents, some of her royal relatives did attend, including the late Princess Diana's sisters, Lady Jane's fellows, and Lady Sarah McConkadal. Okay, sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Okay, so there they are. My goodness, they used to have a good time. The only thing I have to say, I don't think it's their fault. Maybe they weren't fully aware, because when Princess Diana was fully aware that this marriage will not be good, okay, when she talked to her sister, and that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, okay, where they encouraged her to go on with it, with the wedding, because a lot of things were already spent on the wedding.
Just weeks before their wedding day, Diana overheard Charles talking to his ex on the telephone.
She heard him on the telephone saying to Camilla, whatever happens, I will always love you. And that's before he went off to Australia. We have famous footage of her crying as he climbs aboard his plane.
At the time, the press just figured Diana was sad to see him go. But in reality, she was wondering if she should call the whole thing off. Andrew Morton says just 2 days before the wedding, Diana asked her sisters if she should back out.
And they said to her, you know, too late, Dutch. Your face is on the tea towels now, which is all the souvenir tea towels. You can't chicken out.
Okay, so this was the only sort of, I would say, I'm not going to hold it against them, because they know what they know. That's all I could say, because they grew up with a monarchy, so that's all I could say. I'm not going to hold it against them. Next tweet, okay? Prince Harry has always been close to the Spencer family, the only one who took care of him since his mother's death. I'm glad his both aunts attended Princess Lilibet Diana's christening. Okay, so that's a retweet. Okay, we been knew that Harry keeps the Spencer family close. Harry have been saying, oh, he wants the family aspect with the royal family. He doesn't want the institution, because he's not heir to the throne. So he was there willing to help them, but he only wanted the family aspect of them. But they teamed up to push him out of there. Okay, Harry has been very consistent with his demand. All right. Okay. We knew that Harry keeps the Spencer family close. Imagine Princess Diana's family were in Montecito and not a single leak. Wow. They are giving has a strong family support from behind the scene. Yep. That's the thing I just read, but they retweeted again. Okay, bend close. She fixed herself. All right, so that's that. There's no more tweet. There's just retweet. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. There's that. The Sussexes forced the palace's hand when it came to Archie's and Lily's title. All right, so there's a link here. How did they force it? There's me responded a few minutes ago, because that's when I was looking for things to share with you, and I saw it and I thought I'd share. Okay, I'll click on it. Let me read the first two first paragraph, I guess. And then the link will be in the description. You guys could finish read it. How long is it? It's very small. There's a lot of image. Okay, there's comments. You guys could check it. The link will be in the description. Let me read this only. Okay, while Tom Sykes, the Royalist columnist at the Daily Beast, absolutely has an anti-Sussex bent, I actually think Sykes is one of the few royal reporters to actually get it right on what was happening behind the scene. This week, with the Princess Lilibet and Prince Archie's title, Archie and Lilibet have been prince and princess since September of last year, the very moment their grandfather became king, per the letter patent. Instead of referring to the kids with their title, Buckingham Palace made a point of merely updating the title of Prince William's kids and the line of succession, while leaving King Charles' mixed-race grandchildren without their birthright prince and princess title. That changed when the Sussexes announced Lilibet christening and announced her title to the People magazine. Within 24 hours, the palace changed the line of succession to reflect the title change, and the palace openly briefed reporters on how they had already been informed, of course, and it was all to do with the Frogmore eviction or something. Sykes point out that the palace was actually caught off guard, and then some. Okay, you guys could finish with it. There's more, and it's too small. Alright, so there's me here. Okay, palace test the waters, it then go accordingly. So back to original plan. What happened to the Danish queen's grandkids was not a coincidence. It was a test. And I'm glad her son, I'm talking about the Danish son, remember the invite and uninvite? This is what I'm making reference to. Okay, I'm glad her son didn't stay quiet when out of nowhere she did her stunt. That was Queen Elizabeth II week of mourning, in my opinion. Because Twitter don't give you enough character to write, so I don't want to write a whole biography. Okay, I have never seen an institution run so poorly. It's embarrassing to watch in real time. Yep, I mean, they knew they were holding out for something. If, for instance, they are in trouble, to shift attention from them, they'll use something to cover up something. Meanwhile, they were holding that, the title thing. They already knew Archie and Lili were prince and princesses, but the thing is that they were holding it for something else to cover up, and then to say this is their title or whatever. But it was already been known. Okay, and then the Rangers are going crazy. All right, they were dangling it on the Ranger's eyes as if it's something. Okay, the kids have had those titles since Queen Elizabeth II died, and the palace chose to update everyone else's newer title except Archie and Lili because they were working, their nonsense to see what else they could do, or something like that. The article was obvious anti-Sussex, but he emphasized Charles' silence didn't make anything better. He should have reflected the new title last year. Charles could have cleared this up a long time ago, so the fact he sat on it for so long and allowed endless speculation doesn't look good. This is the distraction. That's the distraction. We have to know the game these people play. It's just distraction after distraction. Distraction. Okay? Because they keep on doing stupid things themselves. They don't want people to know the stupidity that they're doing. Also, thanks to the Sussexes, we now know the truth about Edward and Sophie. This title can no longer be used for Charles and Camilla publicity. Okay, I'll go into that because I talk about this in this video. Harry and Meghan know their worth. I'm so glad that they are financially independent. Good for them. Knowledge is powerful. Sussexes are well informed. They claim what is theirs. It's by birth and by blood. Bravo. Okay, so let's go into that. This is a very good thing, a very good answer. Once you know the truth, you don't need to fight with them back and forth. And this is why it caught them off guard. Once they say Lilibet, had christened, to let them know she's christening and refer to her according to her name, to her titles and stuff like that. And then it forced their hand. They had to come out and agree to it because it's the truth. All right, let's go into that. There's 5 comments into this. Okay, this title can no longer be used for Charles and Camilla publicity. Okay, I'm sure Camilla behind all of this mess after stealing Diana's husband, then separated him from his sons, then took Harry's room. There's that. What about Edward and Sophie? What happened? Okay, there's one comment into that. Okay, Charles finally gave Edward the Duke of Edinburgh title. Failure to do so would have been clearly against the Queen's wishes. When Edward married, it was announced that it was expected he will eventually become the Duke of Edinburgh. All right, so there's a article about that. Yeah, his face changed. He's like 50 something. He's not even 60 yet. I think 59. Okay, so that's it. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so these are the squads who having some suspicions about some other squads. Okay, well, looks like we may be losing some more squaddies, and maybe from some of the tweets I've seen. Okay, they're not squaddies if they are trying to control other people. I think well, lately I haven't been on Twitter that much, not as much, because I think my sickness is still there and it really make me weak. So I don't hang out too much on Twitter. Okay, they need to go to sussexroyal.com and reread their statement. Okay, what's going on? Okay, let's go into that. Okay, what's going on? Okay, there are some that are saying they are leveraging their support of Harry and Meghan depending on if they go to the coronation thing or not. Okay, bango. Okay, some said they are out if they go, just like the Jubilee. Okay. But they still there, just like the Jubilee. But you know, who knows? I can tell what people, they were never really Harry and Meghan's fans in the first place. If this is it, if they go, hey, you just support them. Like I said in one of my videos, I hope God guide Harry to make the right decision, and whatever decision Harry makes, Meghan will support him. And then meanwhile, all I have to do, I don't know if the other squad up to that, is up to them, is pray for their safe return. That's it. And then I think in that same video I was reading where one of the squad said they better write a will for the kids when they go over there. Okay, true supporters support their decision. That's the thing. Okay, Harry and Meghan are a married couple, and even though I favor them, I don't know them and probably will never meet them. Whatever they decide to do for their family is their business, not mine. I'll be staying in my lane and enjoy the pretty pictures. All right, can't please everybody. Either way, I'm sticking beside them. I'm a squaddy for life. We don't owe them. They're their own human beings. All right, so let's move to the next tweet. The thing is that the true squaddies, we know who they are, like Henry VIII, Sussex Royal, V, and some other squaddies. I usually share that tweet with you. These are the true squaddies. I remember a couple, maybe a year and a half or so, there was some squaddies who claimed to be squaddies. I don't think they were true squaddies, who came in and create chaos among some squaddies. The true squaddies removed themselves from that nonsense that was going on, okay? And then they just still support Harry and Meghan. So there are people who's trying to break the squads away. So we need to be mindful of that. For me, the main thing for me, I came on Twitter because of the Sussexes, Meghan, because the things that I was seeing was so unfair. So once you know your goal, you stick to your goal. Who cares if they go or not? Just focus on whatever decision they make, because if you really are a true supporter, you'll accept that is their decision. And this, so far, this is what we all have been doing. We support their decision. They don't come out. You don't hear the squad screaming, oh my God, they don't come out. What do the squad do? Okay, they bring some old pictures and talk about Meghan, whatever it is. They'll throw even the Sussexes under the bus, you know, just making fun of certain things. And then we carry on, we discuss things and whatever. But the true squaddies knows when certain people, I would say they're mold, they infiltrate themselves within the squaddies, trying to break the squads away. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, so let's get back to the original recording. I'm almost done. Derangers. I think I did pretty good with the arrangement. Okay. There's a war amongst the derangers. The USA derangers want the monarchy abolished and the coronation ruined because they were only ever interested in the white supremacy portion of the game, and if Doria's grandkids are prince and princess, then it's cancelled. The Brits derangers aren't amused. Okay, I don't know. So there's me here. They didn't want to hear the truth, so I'm ready for it. There's me here almost an hour ago. Okay, I'm ready Okay, I'm enjoying the meltdown. The Rangers' anger and tears are always satisfying. This time especially so. The voter pandered to their bigotry and hatred, so reality survived hate hard. It's almost the same thing with Fox News, which the video that I was editing, which took forever. I put a clip of a video where they're talking about Fox News. They knew the truth, but they're telling the lies.
Rock in conservative politics and Fox News tonight is a huge new leak about this moment in 2020 when Fox News accurately reported that Biden won Arizona, which stoked a MAGA backlash that upended the network, fed the series of journalistic offenses we've been telling you about that Fox now is facing potential accountability for, potentially over $1 billion in lawsuit fines. And it's also now led to the absolute blockbuster leak to the New York Times. And if you're thinking, oh, Ari, I've heard about other leaks, this one is different and brand new. And it narrates a secret panicked meeting among Fox executives and hosts about that accurate Arizona call where Trump lost. The Times says they obtained the entire Zoom call, which shows an internal freakout where viewers were mad and bailing on Fox because they reported in that instance one undeniable fact about the election. And the executives and anchors, Brett Baer and Martha McCallum, on this call, they discuss that they were losing viewers because they correctly called Arizona for Biden. And then they discuss whether the company should reverse that call as a kind of lie to appease these angry Trump viewers and or change their entire election coverage going forward. Basically saying, telling the truth in this instance has reverberated so poorly, maybe we should stop telling the truth. Now, this is absolutely damning, incriminating stuff. Keep in mind, before I go any further, and I'm going to show you the receipts, but keep in mind, news outlets do not auction off reporting to the highest audience. They don't state knowing falsehoods only for ratings. Of all the valid critiques of media, and there are many, this type of thing, just canceling an election call or reversing it,
you can compare this kind of reporting similar to what Lady C is doing to her viewers, because lying to the people, because this is what the people wants to hear, okay? Lying to the people bring in money instead of telling the truth. When she tells, whoever tells the truth about Meghan, they get upset. And you see how my channels have been going. Saying the truth, at least to my best of my ability of what I know, certain things happen to my channel. And then this is the same thing that's happened to the derangers. They rather feed the derangers lies or Meghan haters channels. They feed the derangers lie to make them happy, but it's not the truth. All right, so you could compare this with the same thing as Meghan. Let's finish this and to some of this clip, and the link will be in the description. I'm not gonna share the entire thing, but some part of it to let you know how Fox was lying to the people and what brings money. And Rupert Murdoch is the owner of Fox News in the United States, and it's the same thing that's happening in the UK. So
this doesn't even come up. No legitimate news organization has faced evidence of anything like this in its election coverage in the modern era. In other words, if you're listening to this story and going, well, I have a lot of friends who criticize the press, sure, and some of those critiques are valid. The type of factual critiques about the press, about bias, about selective coverage, about corporate interference, none of that goes anywhere close to this. A Fox CEO now caught on tape saying, if we hadn't called Arizona accurately, our ratings would have been higher. And she gives away the game by saying that it was bad that Fox's elections expert told the truth about Arizona, saying, again, from this newly leaked call, that his job was not to do accurate election coverage, it was to, quote, protect the brand. Then when Fox's own election expert pushes back, again, we're seeing well behind the curtain of high-level stuff you never normally see. The expert pushes back, says they had the call right, which is true. And then the New York Times reports that the Fox CEO, Scott, agreed it was important to be right, quote, but I think we're living in a new world in a sense where half of the voting population doesn't believe in big corporations, big tech, big media. There's a lack of trust. This is such BS. I want to make sure you understand exactly what it is, because it's the kind of echo you might hear from someone at some barbecue or dinner party. It's a common spin. Those people lying to you, some of them are on your screen right now, they lie to you. they undermine trust. Then they refer to a lack of trust out there, which is their justification for what they're doing. And to tell you the obvious tonight, because sometimes I do that, it is illogical to say you can't report the truth if half the population disagrees with the truth. Again, we're back to like 101 here. The whole role of a legitimate news organization is to report facts regardless of people's disagreement, and especially when there is a coordinated attack on the facts. In this case, an attack from the outgoing government that was trying to overthrow the election where people were killed and a coup was attempted.
So there's that here. I love it. Okay, after this, that's said. There's the laugh. Love this for them. They are also tired of empty promises by Lady C. There's that. Oh, there's one video about Lady C I wanted to share with you. I'm gonna look for it. Okay, Considering unblacking some of the haters, Meg's black isn't here yet and has second book, will be a while, could be entertaining. All right, love the smell of their tears in the morning. Commercial. Okay, that's it. You could read what's there. All right, this is a next one. You know what? While I'm there, let me look for let me see if I see it. Is it? Let's go to likes. I did say I was gonna. There's a lot of things. Oh, there's this here. Okay, I think that was I feel bad for her, but what was the point of meeting really? Okay, this is her who I think she's stepping down. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. The other day I was mentioning this. Interesting how Fergie been all over American TV hustling and peace all the while talking about nothing but the royal family, but God forbid we see Meghan lunching with her staff, then all hell break loose. All right, so that's them in the US. That's not what I'm looking for. There's more things. Oh my God, I didn't go to that. Good morning, squatters. It's a very sad day in Durangerville today. There's weeping anger and much sorrow as their hopes, dreams, and aspiration has sadly passed away among of silence and is order. Rest in peace, HDA. You put up valiant struggle, but the squatters, was it the squatter baddies was just powerful. All right, so, oh my God, looking at the email. Oh my God, look at there's that Aiden, I think. This is Sophie. I don't know who's that. There's somebody else. There's that Karen in the back. Morgan. There's this. Oh my Lord. There's William in the back. Oh my God. Let's read some of the comments. This is completely off. I was looking for something regarding Lady C. Campbell. That's what I was looking for. But I got distracted. But since I'm there, I might as well share them with you. All right, let's read some of the comment. The Karen on the phone, the William on the right, everything is gold, pure gold. You are probably the only one who spotted barbecue Peggy. Calling the cops on the derangers, they have been turning on each other. There's that, there's this. We prefer the version. Oh my God. But anyway, I love this picture of him. You won't believe it. How I love this picture of him. Okay, let's look. This is it with Lady C. They were looking for, they didn't know how she looked or something like that. So this is how she looks. Oh my God. The squad did their homework for them. Did the homework for them to look for Lady C. And I did say on my last video, it will be in this video. So there's this here. Okay. Lady C, the Rangers, this is your classy Lady C. Nasty, disgusting troll. All right. So it's 1 minute and 41 seconds. Let's listen. I'm probably going to put screenshot, not show everything because YouTube is something else lately. All right. Let's listen.
Colors out of everyone right now before we get out of here in the act
do you not think we've seen through you?
Lady C, be quiet. Lady C. Lady C, shut up. You shut up.
I will talk if I
No,
want.
be quiet. You are a rude, horrible woman at the moment, and you've got a very, very nasty energy about you. Be quiet.
Oh, a nasty energy. Okay, I pause it so you could see. There's this here. Oh, that's not
We're all sick of hearing
this is the person who's talking to her.
in your voice. Be quiet.
If you're then, or then, shut up and let me speak!
I'm not going to
Or
be
then-
It's such a shame
You're
because you
vile.
look gorgeous, you're lovely, and yet you ruin yourself.
There she is. Okay, there she is. Where she's at? In the jungle, she's wearing pearls. But okay.
By being so rude, and
He's
there's no
bitchy.
excuse.
He's bitchy. Don't think we didn't spot
You're
what he was up
bitchy.
to yesterday.
This is bitchy.
Yeah, and you are a I think Ryan's a bit here.
You're very, very rude, you know?
Yeah.
You're
That's him talking to Lady C.
And I
incredibly
intend to
rude
be.
lady.
There she is.
I intend
And do you
to
know
be.
what?
I
You know
intend
what?
to be.
Whatever you get, you deserve, because you're not a nice person. To be honest, I think Lady C's conduct is absolutely outrageous. That's me and her done.
Oh, I honestly, that woman, I swear to God, must have been bitten by a bloody vampire when she was a kid.
That woman must have been bitten by a bloody vampire when she was a kid. But let's listen.
Across anybody like her before. And it's so sad. What a shame that she lets herself down by being so nasty.
What a nasty woman you are.
I don't think Lady C is a lady.
This is the person who's saying, I don't think Lady C is a woman. I'm gonna rewind it slightly. Listen to him.
What a nasty woman you are.
I don't think Lady C is a lady. I think some of the words she used, the profanity she uses, she's used them so many times. She's, in my opinion, never been a lady and never will be a lady.
You're a little pussy, so keep your cackle to yourself. Thank you very much.
Pussy and things like that. It shows your lack of breathing.
You none of your business. He had his stuff off.
Look at the guy's face.
True.
The squad, because the Rangers were saying where she was. I said it was, I read that tweet in one of my videos, and then I showed a screenshot of this, and I said it will be in this video. I completely forgot. Okay, so that's the video here. Okay, girl, I'm on a bus in the middle of New York City. Please, why would you post something like this? People are looking at me. They think I'm crazy. Oh no. Okay, there's this. I never laughed so hard, OMG. Okay, don't you just love when you burst out laughing on the bus or train and people are they looking at you like you're crazy. Okay, I'm in Stop and Shop and people giving me the side eye. There's this here. Which UK? You mean YouTube? Because other than GB News and Talk TV, no decent mainstream media deal with this goon. Okay, there's me here laughing my ass off. OMG. I saw a tweet where the Rangers were asking what she looks like, so the squad had to do the investigative report for them. OMG. The guy might be right. I don't think she's a lady. You see, I put it in quote. Someone responded. Okay, she isn't a lady. Google it. And there's me responding to her. Girl, I know the story. That's why I only quoted the guy's wording. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I think I was gonna do BBC. Okay, so that went a little bit longer. I have one more after this. Okay, this is my tweet. Did I I retweeted this. Okay, so we off with the royal family, royal stuff. Okay, that was in the works a long time ago. Warnings were there, but the vast faces' eyes were spewing nonsense about Harry and Meghan. The UK will soon be like North Korea or Iran. Brits can't afford food, heat, etc., but their racist selves see Harry and Meghan are the problem. Okay, you stay focused. So that's that. I retweeted this. Okay, if the BBC can be whipped into submission by the combined effort of the government and right-wing newspapers, it is no longer a public service broadcaster. It is an arm of the Conservative Party. Okay, so that's that. Inch by inch, they were turning this into something. Like I said, it was in the works, but they blindside people with Harry and Meghan things. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of these comments. If you see them, you see Lineker and Attenborough and one fastest sweep. BBC will not broadcast Attenborough episode over fear of right wing. Exclusive decision to make episode about natural destruction only available on iPlayer. Angers program makers. Don't people pay for it? But anyway, they want to what is it, spew propaganda and their nonsense, they go in full force. I did tell you guys, when I saw leading, like when the UK and the US, when Trump was in office, I did say I saw the parallel. The same thing that was going on in the US was happening in the UK. But the thing is that people in the US fought back. We're still fighting, and there's a possibility we might turn back again if people don't pay attention and don't go vote. And what we are seeing developing in the US between Dominion and Fox, it's because so many people went to vote. If people did not go vote, can you imagine how they could easily steal the election from people? Okay? You see, laws in Georgia are changing to fit into Trump's bad behavior, this kind of thing. And we've seen in the House Representative, they highlighted where Twitter had a rule, but Trump broke the rules, but Twitter changed the rule to fit Trump's kind of narrative. So it's the same thing that's happening. I don't know if anybody who lives in the States are gonna sue these people who agreed to change the law to fit to fit Trump narrative, because these people, they swore in the office to preserve the Constitution. They didn't swear to preserve Donald Trump. Okay, go back to some of my videos, especially during during and after the 2020 election, when Biden was being sworn in. I've said some stuff around that. Okay, so that's in PYTE, not in this channel. All right, next tweet, and this is my last one. Okay, my fuel bill is 300% more than a year ago. I'm paying 30% more for diesel. I'm worried I won't see a doctor if I need one. My food shopping is 20% higher. My kids can't afford accommodation. My country is on international joke, stumbling into war. Let's focus on small boats. There it is. Okay, they were blindsided you with nonsense with Harry and Meghan, but you guys bought it, and now this is reality for you guys. And then when it's time for election, guess what? They're gonna bring the racist thing again, and you guys gonna fall for it and vote for the same people. Sometimes I really don't feel bad knowing how some of you are completely in your racist self. It's just unfortunate some of the good Brits are falling into that. A lot of byline reporters are warning you and all of this, but no, you listen to the noise, the narrative of racist propaganda, and you vote based on that. So you get what you deserve. Sorry for the good Brits. Okay, I'm not gonna read any of this. Okay, so let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? Prayer for prosperity. Let's do protection, and let's put family. I don't know. Let's see what we have here. Okay, your love and faithfulness, along with your goodness and mercy, surround me daily, so I will not fear whatever might come against me. My trust is in you, God, and I give thanks to you for your love and protection. In Jesus' name, amen. Grant, O Lord, thy protection and protection strength. Okay, let's pick this one. Okay, Lord, thank you for my beautiful family. It worries me that I cannot protect them from all of the evil in the world. I am on my knees asking for your help. Please watch over my family today when they step out the front door. Send an angel to guide them home safely and avoid any harm they may face. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to stick with that. That's it. I'm exactly an hour. Alright, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And I did post something on my community board to thank you all for your contribution and donation. Alright, so that's it.
Savanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.